All right.
Tip of the tongue, of the teeth, the lips.
Welcome back. Eric.
Yeah.
You are the founder of this guest today.
Yeah. So my friend Michelle is here today. Michelle, why don't you go ahead and tell our guests just a little bit about yourself so they could get to know you? Name, race, social security number, credit card.
I'm Michelle, and I'm currently divorced, dating, just figuring out life at this point.
Yeah. So what do you do for work?
I work in an animal shelter.
Okay. How do you like that?
I like it. It's hard now. It's harder now than it's ever been before. So,
Do you have like a specialty that you do at work?
I like to deal with dog behaviors.
Oh, okay.
Is this like one of those shelters where people bring stray dogs and is it a kill shelter?
Oh. And I euthanize.
That's sad.
But our shelter is really, really good. We haven't euthanized an adoptable dog or cat in 7 years.
No, so that's good.
Everything's been for aggression.
Okay.
Or like medical issues.
Well, that sounds better.
Yeah.
They should.
No, we don't tell people that because if they think we're euthanizing that animal on its last day, they'll come get the animal. If they don't come get the animal, then we have to euthanize it.
Okay.
So
no matter the status of the animal, they have so many days before.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And you haven't had to. All of them hit the 2 week mark except for the sick ones.
And the
aggressive
they hit
ones.
the 2 week mark, and rescues will come get them, or adopters will come get them.
Okay.
But like, if they're super aggressive and they're just a danger to society, we've got to do
that
what we've
makes
got
sense.
to do.
I wonder if we put that strategy on children, if we wouldn't have that many kids that need to be adopted.
Give them euthanasia dates.
I would stand behind that.
But then please don't actually euthanize them. I'm just saying, like, if we took that mentality and we put it in, like, people would start adopting kids. And then
Seems better than abortion, right? At least they had some bit of a life.
Anyways, I opened up that can of worms. Yeah. I don't know where to go. What do I do with my hands? All right. So, Michelle, you are in the dating scene. What apps are you on?
None.
None.
No dating apps.
Not anymore.
What were you on?
Hinge.
How'd you like Hinge?
It was okay. I'm one of those people that always said that I would never go on dating apps ever. And then my friend at work convinced me to go on dating apps, and I just went on Hinge. That's when she told me to go on.
Yeah.
So,
How long were you on it?
like a month.
Did you meet anybody? Did you meet anybody?
Yeah.
So what were the average like messages that you would get as a female? Because I hear a lot of, women get bombarded with messages and matches.
So, I would go through the dumb matches every morning. There's a ton. But I'm also that person I want to be picky.
Yeah.
And I read the profile, and if there's something on there, it's just not working for me.
Well, then how about you tell us what the red flags are in those profiles that made you be like, nope.
Posting your credit score.
People do that.
People post their fucking credit scores.
So what would be a red flag credit score?
Well, no, it was only when it was good. It was only when it was a good credit score that they would post their credit. They're like, oh, my credit score is 800. And they would have a screenshot of their credit score on their profile.
My credit score is 402, but I swear I'm a good guy.
You'd probably get a lot of matches because you're so honest.
Give me a sugar mama. I'll take care of you,
I want to
baby.
know the motive of posting the credit score.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder, for you as a woman, what do you think?
Well, it's clear what the motive is if it's only high scores.
I've got good credit, and probably they have a little bit of money, and that's what they're going with because their looks aren't enough.
Is it typically the...
It's typically the homely looking dudes.
Okay, then.
Homely looking dudes. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what are some other ones other than the credit score?
I don't do politics, so if they have a political party listed, I'm probably not here for it.
Well, what about the prompt that I actually made a video that I'm going to post on TikTok later on tonight? One of our former guests, Sam, she asked dudes, what do you mean by don't take yourself too seriously, or I'm looking for someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously. Did you see that a lot?
No.
Okay, because
What does that mean? Don't take yourself.
Well, that's
too
what she's
serious.
asking.
I see.
So I responded to it, and what I said was, "Yeah, don't take them too seriously because one, they put zero effort, they're not clever, and it also shows that they have no identity. Like they don't even know what they want, what they're looking
Seems
for.
like it should be like, don't take others so seriously.
Right, but then I also think that like they are trying to say, "Hey, I'm going to say things and it's going to be mean," and they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." No, you said something fucking mean. Or they're just like a party animal and they want you to be a party animal, or you should expect them to always be out. And then when you are like, "Hey, I'd rather spend time at home," they're going to be like,
Just seems like a dumb, like it seems like it should be
so
like,
unoriginal.
don't take life so seriously.
I
not
would-
yourself, or
I
like,
would say
you should take yourself very seriously.
I agree. And I think that it's just them not showing effort, and that they could say, what I'm looking for is someone that doesn't take life too seriously, because I don't, and I like to travel and have fun and everything, but that doesn't mean like, explain yourself. Don't be. I'm looking for someone who doesn't take life too seriously. and it's like my typical Sunday: football, church, and brunch. Like, really, you go to brunch?
Yeah, I can't do the typical. I don't like the
Mimosas.
typical Sunday.
Yeah,
prom.
the typical Sunday prompt's stupid. Or I'll fall for you if you trip me.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, that's a big one.
On there?
Yeah, and women do it too. I'll fall for you if you trip me. Like, well, no, because that's assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I trip you, you're probably gonna call the cops.
Could
And
you
I don't
imagine
want that.
Could you imagine showing up on a first date and that was her prompt, and you actually trip her? Be like, "Oh, I guess you're in love now." She'd be like, "No, what the fuck?" Be like, "I'm just doing your profile."
Trip her and shove her face in the dirt, and then been like, "How about a second date?"
right? Stab her with a fork. Right?
Right, exactly.
Just like, "Oh, so you don't take life too serious?" Bam!
Yeah.
Anyways, we went on a tangent there. Okay. So
Dumb
then,
bitch.
when you were on Hinge, what were some of the green flag, prompts or things?
I did like if they had like a dad joke or something on there.
Oh man.
Like that would, because I like to have a sense of humor. Like,
Do you have a mom joke for us?
no,
What's your favorite dad joke?
I don't know.
Well, damn.
I
Why'd
don't
you even
really
go down that road?
Calm down. I really don't know them, but like just a good, like just lighthearted. Like I know we're talking about like don't take life too seriously, but like you need to be lighthearted on there too. The
Yeah.
whole thing doesn't have to be like this is exactly who I am to be serious. Like
Yeah.
we don't have
Just
to be
be
serious
fucking
about all of it.
genuine. That's
Right.
all you got to do.
Right.
Just be genuine. Be yourself. Some people aren't going to like you, and some people
You can tell the
Might
people
like
that
you.
are trying way too hard.
exactly.
Yeah, like if you post something I've been thinking about is the perception of time.
If
Yeah, I did that
you're
once.
strategically posting your pictures, I think you're going over the top.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I did that.
I was gonna hit a button, but I can't remember which one it is, so I don't want to fuck it up. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So, do you have a dad joke, right?
No,
Oh, I do. All right. So, what's brown?
I can take the claim. I'm not a dad, so
What's brown and rhymes with Snoop?
poop.
No, Dr. Dre.
You've said that. God, we need a board that says Eric's worst jokes.
I've got tons of them. I'm so cheesy. Yeah. That actually got me fired from the Whitewater Center. So
Damn, for real?
yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, never mind. Long story, but I said the word brown. So, anyways, okay. So, what is your type? What kind of type of guy do you go for?
Somebody that has their shit together.
Okay.
Like,
What do you consider having their shit together?
so the same thing as what for me an independent woman is the same thing I want as an independent man. Like you take care of your own shit. Like you're not relying on somebody else to pay bills. You're doing your own thing. You're living your day-to-day life and you're able to support that. That's for sure my type.
Yeah.
Now, physical, I don't know. I've dated all kinds of physical
Every
appearance.
woman says that, but then I
don't know.
almost think that
You
they
gotta
say that
have
to
like
be
a
safe.
go-to.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say like your perfect man, but something that you typically look for.
I mean, he's got to take care of himself and go to the gym. Like, that's important. Clean. You got to be clean.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I'm not-
you do
not
have a
doing
lot of
that.
TikToks of you in the gym and like you're pretty physically fit. So
I did. Yeah, I got to go back. It's been a while. I got to find a new one.
all right, so like eye color doesn't like. Do you find men with like brown eyes more attractive or beards more attractive? or-
Definitely a beard. Got to have
So-
a beard. Got to have tattoos.
Okay, beard, tattoos, height preference.
As long as they're my height. It used for me, because I'm a taller woman, it used to be like, that 6 foot, whatever. But now I don't care. Like, as long as my height would be good.
How tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". Okay, so do you feel like men? So there's this thing going around like men over 6 foot tend to be like they're more asshole. Mm-hmm. Why?
I don't know, because they feel like they're better than everybody. The ones I've met, like, they're cocky.
You know how there's little man syndrome? That's
Yeah.
big man syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Yeah.
I think they feel more dominant. Like,
Because they're bigger than everybody, yeah.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
I'll still knock 'em
When
out,
I
but-
was like maybe 10, 15 years ago, I was just a scrawny little boy. I had a little muscle tone, but nothing.
Yeah.
But then after, like now, I'm not so scrawny. Like I'm filled out and
Yeah.
a lot more muscle. And so I feel more confident. So I can imagine if I was like 6 foot and muscular, I'd feel like I could beat anybody's
True,
ass.
true. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess the women that want the 6 foot guy that's like buff. So what you're asking for is a red flag.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you see how much that guy puts into his body, imagine what he's like on the rest of everything else in his life.
Interesting.
And they're usually overcompensating for something.
like what? Like
Everybody
Dicks?
says that,
Like they
but
would
are
be.
they?
I feel like they are.
I mean, some people are just really into certain things. Like, there's always like the big truck and little penis, and then like if they're bodybuilders or at least really fit, muscular dudes, like what would you consider what would you think they're overcompensating for?
personality.
Yeah, 100% personality.
Well, I was gonna say maybe insecurities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To build more confidence or take confidence in a different way to hide those insecurities.
People don't realize that when you're overconfident, it's showing your insecurities.
That's true.
You can't be overconfident. You are 100% overcompensating for the fact that you feel like this is the only way to approach that woman. This is not who you are.
Yeah.
I have a friend that is that way. He's a taller guy. Talk to him a lot, and he's an ass. He's an ass to the girls he dates. He's an ass to everybody, but he's not an ass. And I flat out told him that. I was like, you need to quit. I don't know who hurt you in the past, but you need to quit trying to act like you're this cocky asshole and just be yourself. And a girl will actually like you
Yeah.
for you.
Right. So, all right. So, since you've been divorced, how many dates have you been on? How about this? How many first dates?
First dates,
Yeah,
only a couple.
only a couple.
Yeah.
Are you that picky, or is it just no one really struck your attention?
No one really struck my attention
Yeah.
that much.
So, out of those few, tell us about your worst date.
So I met one of the guys I met on Hinge. I met him at a restaurant, and
Was it the Olive Garden?
No,
What restaurant?
City Tavern. It was a local restaurant.
Everybody
Oh.
talks shit about Olive Garden, but I like
I
Olive
love
Garden.
Olive Garden.
Well, I was gonna say.
I
Texas
also like
Roadhouse.
Nickelback.
I do too.
Nickelback and Olive Garden.
Yeah, I like Nickelback too. Anyways,
Your situation with the Nickelback situation's weird. This is like
Well, I just don't understand why everybody hates them. I
nope,
mean,
they don't.
that's
It's just a new trend.
that trend's been around for 10 years. It's not new at all. Yeah.
No,
They've always been hated.
they really have. But anyways,
yeah.
all right. So you're at the City Tavern with this
okay.
dude.
We're talking, and we had been texting a little bit before we met, and I realized in that moment at the restaurant, because he had ordered a salad. Who orders a salad on a first date, anyways? So he ordered a salad and got the wrong dressing.
I had a salad today, actually.
You can't eat it right. Like it's. Anyways, never mind. We're not going to get into that.
I think we're getting into
I'm honestly curious why. Like, what's wrong with the salad?
Well, for guys think girls do it, so it's like they don't eat. Like I legitly don't eat, so there's that, and it's just because I eat like a fucking bird.
The girls don't like to see a guy eat a salad.
No, not when it's sloppy. Like
sloppy.
He could not get it on the fork. Like,
so it's not about the salad; it's about how sloppy
how
he is
eating it. And I heard every bite.
Oh,
I can't. But anyways, he got the wrong dressing, and he wouldn't send it back. I'm like. Okay. I was like, no, no, it's not that big of a deal. And it's really, the ranch is fine. And I was like, okay, I'm going to run over you like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, just that little thing was like, this ain't, he was very soft-spoken. And I'm like, this is just not going to be a thing.
Yeah, okay, so he refused to send it back.
Yeah.
Was he rude at any point?
No, he wasn't rude. Like I said, he was very soft-spoken. It's like he didn't want to.
Did he chew with his mouth open?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that ended that.
So again, it's not about the salad.
Yeah,
it was sloppy, like eating it. It's not really about the salad, but
so a salad is okay on a first date as long as he's clean and not sloppy and chews with his mouth shut.
Cut the shit when you get it, and don't try to shove big chunks of lettuce in your mouth. Yeah,
you got to cut that shit up. Yeah,
I don't cut salads.
I recently just started cutting salads because I used to be that guy, but I'm trying to be better.
I'm just like, bro, I get white shit out of my mouth. I'm just like, maybe later.
But I mean, we did go over to my favorite brewery afterwards and talked. And when he got there, he's looking at the menu, and I was like, why don't you just ask one of the, what bless you.
Thank you.
Bless thy soul.
I was like, so what kind are you in? He's like, oh no, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, oh,
okay.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
When it comes to the beer, that's what he meant?
Yeah, he knew what he was looking at. It's
okay.
fine. He knew all about beer. It's fine.
So he got something he really hated and he wouldn't send it back?
No, I don't know what he ordered because I didn't care at that point.
So you were just checked out. So how long was this date?
A couple hours.
So why, after you knew, like instinctively?
How long into the date did you know?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
And you went on for 2+ hours?
Mm-hmm.
So
we just were hanging out at that point.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like,
all right. Did he ask you out again?
We talked after for a little bit, and then we just stopped.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's a first date. People are nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's very commendable. Like, I've done that too. Like, hey, there wasn't a connection. There could be nerves. I know personally I could be kind of assertive at sometimes, like just like peppering them with questions, trying to get to know them, and they just may be very, closed off. So I always say, okay, the natural rule, and or I usually give everybody a second date because I know I could have been nervous.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize it. So
that's what I was going to say. Like, based on that first date, and maybe he was super nervous or whatever,
right.
He said he was soft-spoken, so he's probably kind of introverted. Would you give him a second chance to maybe he wouldn't be so nervous the next time, or you just flat out
I probably would have hung out with him again as a friend.
Gotcha.
I don't.
Would you have told him that?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be straight up. Like, we can hang out, but that's what this is. He also told me on the date that his ex-wife's, the guy that she had an affair with, lived really close to where I was. Like, that was he made sure he brought that up.
Yeah. I'm so against like that initial trauma dump. Like, I don't think that was a dump.
No.
But like, he didn't have to share that information.
Well, he had already told me that his.
How did he say it though? Was he saying it in a laughing way?
No.
Or is he just?
He said the affaire, which it took me a minute because that's not
affaire.
a word.
Affaire is not a word. Wait, so he's a fairy?
I had an affair.
He was like, the affaire lives in this town, which is right next to mine, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, so you didn't ask about anything.
Nope.
He just
see, volunteered it.
I'm so against that. Like, if I'm not asking, I don't care. Like, I don't. Oh yeah, the total. I don't think he was ready to date then.
No,
definitely. All right.
Did he? So 45 minutes in, you realize you're really not interested in him. Yeah. Did you let him know, or you just continued the date?
hung out at
So
that point.
as you're continuing the date, did he, try to hold your hand or do anything like that, or maybe try to kiss you at the end?
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said,
Did
it was
you
the
kiss
first
him?
date. I did kiss him at the end.
So after realizing you weren't into him, you still kissed him and made him feel like
No, he didn't feel any kind of way. Like, we discussed it after, like, later. Like,
he didn't.
we just
so it was
faded
like
off.
mutual.
Yeah,
It was almost
We
mutual.
weren't. That's why I'm saying, like, both of us just quit talking to each other.
Yeah.
Neither one, like, it wasn't a ghosting situation. It wasn't.
Maybe he
it
could
was just,
feel
like,
your vibe.
Neither one of us is feeling this.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a little so I'm going to commend Michelle a little bit because she was giving it a fair shot. After 45 minutes, when she didn't feel a connection, she probably had some type of subconscious thing like, okay, he's nervous. I'm going to give it a shot. And then after the kiss, it's like, yeah, there's like no chemistry whatsoever.
I can see
You know what
that.
I mean? So like her intuition told her no, 45 minutes in, but it was over. I'm going to say something silly. Like the salad thing.
that's stupid,
it's definitely
but
silly.
It's a thing.
So I commend you for being like, all right, it's more like my A names or something like that.
I really like that perspective
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I could see. I'm sure you could see where I was getting at. Like
Yeah.
maybe you're breadcrumbing or leading him on a little bit. Then you kiss him, and like if he
Yeah. No, I get that.
if he came back and like I really like you, blah blah blah, and like then that
I'd
would
have
be
been like,
your fault
we're
because
not-
you let it get to that point.
Yeah. And
But-
I know
but
Michelle
I can tell-
pretty well, and she would be.
I can see you just like I'm not really interested, but I'm gonna.
I mean, I
be
was
nice
nervous
about it and
too.
see
You're
how
meeting
right,
somebody
yeah.
for the first time. Anybody that meets somebody for the first time, you're not going to actually show who you are. You're going to be nervous, especially when it's a dating situation.
Exactly.
I
What?
don't-
So what's been the most nervous you've been on a date?
I mean, I don't even know how to answer that. What do
Okay.
you mean the most nervous? I mean, it's all nerve wracking.
Yeah. Is it more like the attractiveness of somebody that makes you nervous?
No, it's more like I think it's more goes back to any insecurities I would have. Like,
Gotcha.
Walking up, you see him, whatever. You're like, don't fuck this up. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah. Because I think I've been that way too. Like you walk up and they're just like the person who they are. Like,
Yeah.
okay, wow, their pictures match, and then oh shit, don't. Yeah, well, I'm gonna fuck this one up. So I know what you're saying. I know what you're feeling.
well, and you hear all the horror stories. Like, people get there, and like for a woman, there's so many more horror stories out there. As a woman, like you're just going to meet somebody. Like any of my dates, my friend had my location.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I am. This is who I'm with. And I would even screenshot that person's phone number and send it to them. Like, if
how about picture too?
well, they've probably already seen pictures.
Okay.
My friend at that point, she's probably already seen pictures, so she knows.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's a good idea for women. Like, man, I'm never gonna go on a date and be like, "Hey, Rain, here's where
Here's
I'm
my
at."
location.
They'd be like, "You're a fucking pussy."
Well, and then she'll message. She's like, okay, so she'll be like, okay, so you're still in the same spot, so you're still alive. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I could be dead. I mean, you don't know.
The location's just still at that
Yeah,
bar.
you really don't know. My phone's still there.
Yeah, he was actually really good at killing me. So, whoa, that was dark. That was dark.
That got twisty quick.
Oh, man.
Twisty.
I've been watching too many Stranger Things. So, have you guys
then-
seen that show?
Yeah, I saw the
No.
first season.
Dude, it's-
we just said this like 2 podcasts ago.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
I feel like I started watching it and stopped.
It's weird, but
I like the first season, but I'm not a TV watcher or a movie watcher. Like I'm just
Are you a TV watcher? How about a
Not
movie
recently.
watcher?
Yeah, I like movies.
if anything, it's YouTube for me
I watch movies over and over again.
or
if I like
X
'em.
Hamster.
What's your favorite movie?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
Hold
that's
on.
every girl's favorite movie.
Hold on.
Besides
Oh
the
God,
Notebook.
here we go.
Hold on. What is the best Harry Potter movie?
Mine is oh Jesus Christ. Oh God.
Just
Hold
explain
on.
it.
I
If you
can't-
explain it,
I
I'm
know
gonna
the
know it.
name, and I don't know why it's not happening right now.
The Sorcerer of
No.
Bone.
Just explain it, and I'll tell you which one it is.
No,
I'm
because
a
it's
nerd.
the group, and I can't.
It's the group.
Where all the
Oh, the Order of the Phoenix.
Thank you.
That's the worst one.
whatever, you don't know what you're talking about.
I do.
No,
It's the
you
worst-
don't.
It's the worst
Nope,
fucking one.
that's my favorite.
Okay, one. Sirius Black dies. Worst one. Two.
Okay, but you get to know Sirius Black a lot better in that movie than you did
Zero
any other
climax.
movie.
Like you can't jerk off to it, right?
Okay, that's a you problem.
I don't think anybody should be jerking off to Harry Potter.
Hello.
But there is a Harry Potter porn.
Nobody
What?
cares. No,
I do.
Nobody cares.
I do. There's a check the views on it. A lot of people care. Go look at it. I mean, there's a lot of views on 2 women in 1 cup or whatever.
Ew.
Yeah, people cared.
Wait, what's the 2 women, 1 cup?
2 girls, 1 cup. Where
What
they
is that?
poop in it and
Seriously?
throw up and eat it and shit. Yeah. It's pretty epic.
Like,
I used to watch it before bed every night.
wait, so like.
They shit in a glass and then the other one licks and eats it. And then
Okay, nope.
they
good.
gag
I'm
the
getting-
other girl and she throws up in the other girl's
they're
mouth.
They're gagging me, and I haven't even seen it. All right. So
Wouldn't be
you
the
could
first
watch The Order of the Phoenix
Yeah.
over and over again?
Yeah, I can watch all of them over and over again though.
Yeah, I could watch them.
If I'm gonna watch it, I'm dedicated. I'm watching beginning to end.
See, I definitely
dedicated.
could skip that one. I could definitely skip it.
Because-
I could watch 1, 2,
I could
4,
skip
skip
Prisoner
5.
of Azkaban.
That's
I could
like
skip that one.
that's the my second least favorite.
All right, moving on. There's many podcasts that talk about Harry Potter. So, when's the last date you went on?
Like 3 weeks ago.
How'd it go?
Good.
This wasn't
It was a repeat.
this
Like-
wasn't the one guy that we
No.
were just talking about. Okay, so so it was a second date. You said a repeat,
Yeah, but it was more. I mean,
like the
Like
third
the
date, fourth
fifth.
date. Okay,
yeah,
so 5th date. So you must be
he's alright.
he's like, what made you go on 5 dates with him? Must be something
He's a
good.
good guy.
Is he? Explain him. I mean, what do you like about him? He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. We talk every day. So but he doesn't like bombard me all day. Like we both have lives.
Yeah.
So you don't want a man to like bombard you with texts like, "Oh, hey, sweetheart,
No.
like how's your day?"
Don't text me at 7:00 in the morning and say good morning to me.
because you're not a morning
It's not
person.
a good
or-
morning right now. It's
Yeah.
7:00. Like, please don't give me time to wake up.
Yeah. Okay, so then I guess what was the best date you've been on since like the Hinge thing, since we did your worst?
Went to a brewery in Noda and we just sat at the bar and hung out.
So do you like the bar? Because I a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's so boring," but that's like your kind of personality.
No,
It's
it was
chill.
trivia night. Like
Oh, okay.
played trivia.
I actually made a TikTok on that.
Yeah.
Said that's the best. You
was
just-
that
No. But you go and you actually go to the brewery, but you should step it up and do like a trivia night, because then it takes the whole, hey, you show up there before the trivia. So you get to know each other the first date, and then you could actually start working together. See if you could work well with this person, because a relationship is work. So if you could work well as a team, there it should kind of overflow into a relationship that you could work well, you could compromise.
if both
He does,
parties enjoy going to a bar and drinking?
and that's the thing. But you should know that before you actually go.
Seems like every girl I've ever met is like, I don't drink. I don't go. Well, they drink, but then, or I've been told, like it was my ex-wife. She's like, I'm basically an alcoholic. And then when she saw me, how I drank back then, like she fucking stopped
She was
drinking.
all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I just like I go to the breweries by myself with my dog. Like
Yeah.
I just like going to a
I
brewery.
mean, I go to
and
bars by
chilling,
myself
like,
all the time.
So when you're at these breweries, do you get approached because of your dog?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm a girl with a dog.
what kind of dog is it?
Hold on. She's a girl with a dog. Explain
Girl
that.
with a dog. The guys get approached because girls want to talk about the dog. The guys think they're approaching and they're using their dog to pick up a girl. But the girl doesn't give two shits about them when they walk up and pet the dog. They care about the dog.
Okay.
They don't care about the dude.
So if you were at a brewery without your dog, cute guy, beard, tattoos, what you've said, he has a dog. Are you approaching him and staying longer because that's like you're in, but it started off with a dog?
I don't know. It depends because he could be a complete jerk, but we're going to start with the dog. Let's start there.
Okay.
And then see, because I didn't really approach a guy because I was on a date and I actually don't even remember what the guy looks like. I don't even think I knew what he looked like before. I just wanted to know what the dog looked. I just wanted to pet the dog.
I was just
I don't even know what he looked like.
I was just about to say, and you ended that, but I was going to say, it doesn't seem like a woman would approach a man with a dog unless she had some sort of attraction to the man.
Do you agree with that?
Well, she just said she didn't even pay attention to it. She just saw the dog.
Oh,
I mean,
fair.
As a dog person, I could see that, but just in a regular scenario, I don't think she's going to approach this man with his dog unless she has some sort of...
No, she's still going to approach the dude with the dog.
Regardless of what he, like, pedophile, mustache.
They're going to go pet the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what women do. They just...
I need to start an app called Rent a Dog.
Yeah.
Hey, is your dating life horrible? Well, I've got an app for you.
My dog gets a lot of attention when I take him out.
Why is that?
By women.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that, though?
Because he's huge.
Oh, okay.
He's a Great Dane German Shepherd mix. He's weighs as much as I do. So, I mean, and obviously he approaches people too.
he's a horse.
but a lot more women
Very
approach me
extroverted.
and we just talk.
Yeah.
Than men do. Men aren't going to approach because it's not that. A lot of women say that it just shows that a man cares more about something. No, it doesn't. Like he probably doesn't pay any attention to that dog when he goes home.
Ooh, that's a good point. So do you think that men bring their dogs to
his own dog is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I
work at an animal shelter. Like,
There's
people don't
plenty
pay
of guys
attention
out
to
there
their
that pay
dogs.
attention. I have a fucking dog.
Fight.
No, sometimes it gets.
I mean, I know there's a lot out there, but that's. I mean, come on. There's 8 billion people in the world. You can't say that's every man.
I didn't say that was every man. I was like, he probably doesn't.
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
Most likely he goes home and his dog chills on the couch while he's watching TV. Like,
that's what fucking dogs do. That's hanging out. Dogs enjoy that shit.
How do you know?
Because I have one.
Did you talk? Did they tell you? Did you talk about it? Yeah. Did you and the dog talk about it?
Yeah, she fucking cuddles and licks and wants me to pet her. Like, she loves it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like.
If she didn't like it, she wouldn't do it.
Or she just wants food.
Yeah.
She's probably hungry too. Me too. We can eat together.
Oh man. Do you think, Michelle, that when, let's say there's a group of guys, and one of them has a dog, do you think that they brought that dog to this brewery or bar just so that people would approach them and then like that's their in?
Not if they're in a group. It's the guy that goes alone with his dog.
Oh.
Maybe that's his only friend.
Which is actually a red flag. Yeah. If his
I would say, that's probably his only friend.
It's the guy that's walking up alone with a dog.
So not walking the dog, but like walking up alone, sits at a brewery,
hanging
has
out,
a dog,
having a beer. Like there's a reason that dog's there.
Is it almost like the guy with the baby at the grocery store, like goes to Target, he's pushing around a stroller, like for some reason, like men with dogs and men with babies get approached more, but it's because of the dog and the baby.
Would you be more likely to approach a man with a baby or a
I'm
dog?
not going for the baby. I don't want.
Yeah, I wouldn't think the fucking baby would.
I know.
Yeah, he's got a kid. I'm not. It's probably his 7th.
Yeah.
I would say that a woman with a baby is like unapproachable than if she had a wedding ring on. Like if she's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would approach somebody and just think that she likes rings, especially if she has multiple rings on.
So you would approach if she had a ring.
If she had a ring, I wouldn't necessarily think that she's married. So that could just be a back off type thing.
So like what if she doesn't have a ring?
Yeah, I would still approach. But if she had a baby, no. I'm already assuming that, hey.
I see. Oh, okay. A baby and a ring.
No, just a baby in general. If she had no ring on and a baby, I'm just like,
Need help taking care of that thing?
Right. So
yeah, I'm not dealing with
to me, not only is there maybe drama or maybe, that her and her baby daddy are like just together, where like the wedding ring doesn't necessarily mean they're, especially with females nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, they wear jewelry. So they could just wear it to like back off type
Yeah.
thing.
You got to look at the type of ring, though. I mean,
Sure.
You can
I mean,
tell
if you've got like a $30,000 ring with like a wedding band,
not
man.
even. I mean,
To be fair, though, through half of my marriage, I didn't wear my wedding band because I don't wear rings.
Okay, did you get approached when you were married?
And no. I really...
She said that so like disheartening.
damn it.
Because if I did,
Don't take me back to those years.
No, we didn't go anywhere. Like,
Oh,
we
gotcha,
didn't do a whole lot. So, but I also like
And how long were you married?
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you meet him?
High school.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Did we
school
say
student.
how old you were?
34.
34.
fucking old.
Fuck you.
And you were married for 15 years?
14 years.
14 years.
I got married at 20 and I had my kid at 21.
Nice.
So you have one kid.
Yes.
All right. So he's 14.
He's 13.
13. Cool.